Thursday, October 21st edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Things beginning to get a little more interesting in our weather overall. I think next week is looking like a much more active week with a couple of storm systems moving through. Still eyeing a plunge of some colder air down the road as well, and the tropics are now active. But before all of that, we get to enjoy some terrific weekend weather. And let's start with today. First of all, the radar imagery here from early on our Thursday morning. Showing you some rain up in the New England states. That is with our next cold front, and we are going to see that front move through today. But all the dynamics displace well to the north of us, so this front comes through really without even any cloud cover. And we're a little cooler this morning than where we were yesterday, and we'll get into the grips of this even slightly cooler air as we get into tonight and tomorrow. And so it'll be even a little bit cooler by then. Here's the upper air chart today. Nice trough plunging into the eastern part of the United States, driving this cooler air mass into place, and we'll feel that tonight and tomorrow before we moderate a bit over the weekend. And another storm system moves through as we get into early next week. The model's generally a little weaker with that one than they were yesterday, but I'm still going to mention Monday into Tuesday, the chance of some showers and some thunderstorms, and then later next week, probably the more powerful of the two systems swings through Thursday into Friday. So let's quickly take it day by day. Today, a breezy day. We'll see winds out of the west and northwest gusting over 25 and 30 miles an hour at times in the Piedmont. Up in the mountains, wind gusts over 45 or 50 miles per hour at times. But a lot of sunshine. Had some fog in many areas this morning, but that will erode away very, very quickly this morning. A lot of sunshine today, full sunshine for our Friday, but a cooler day. I think a lot of Piedmont locations probably a little shy of 70 tomorrow despite a sunny sky. Lower 40s for lows the next couple of nights. Some of the traditionally cooler spots could see upper 30s both Friday morning and Saturday morning. Saturday looks like a terrific day. Highs up in the 70s with sunshine. A lot of sun on Sunday. Highs well on up into the 70s. And then Monday, the next system begins to approach. So it looks like we'll see a wave of showers, maybe some embedded thunderstorms later Monday, maybe into Monday night. And really, this is a mild look. You're looking at, this is Tuesday now, you're looking at a low pressure up in the western Great Lakes and a lot of southwesterly flow in place. So no cool down behind that Monday system. In fact, I'm still going to mention some shower chances Tuesday, and we might make a run at around 80 degrees in some spots Tuesday and Wednesday of next week before the next system pulls in. Here's the GFS for Thursday evening. Low pressure riding up into parts of the Ohio Valley. If that track were to be correct, wouldn't rule out some severe weather somewhere across the mid-Atlantic or the southeastern states. We will see. It's a little early for any real concern over that, but we'll keep watching it. And then it still looks like a nice plunge of chillier air into the eastern half of the country in time for Halloween weekend. How cold? Don't know yet. Depends on exactly how the storm systems behave next week, how they set up some blocking in the upper air pattern, how much cold air can plunge down this way. All right, in the tropics, at this point in time, when I'm cutting the video during the 5 a.m. hour, this was Tropical Depression number 19. This will likely become Tropical Storm Richard pretty soon. A reconnaissance plane in this system this morning, and we'll see what they find. But odds are at some point pretty soon this becomes Tropical Storm Richard. Still battling some shear, but it's fighting the fight here, and the upper air pattern should improve in time. Now there's the broad look at the spaghetti charts. Short-term motion will kind of be a meander, but eventually some subtropical ridging builds in, and we're going to see this get shunted off to the west or the northwest. The devil's in the details here. Here's the closer-up look at some of the computer model charts. And a lot of the modeling, in fact, the majority of the modeling and the National Hurricane Center forecast take this into Central America, but I don't know. Some of these tracks have me nervous. I'm not so certain that we might not eventually see this head up toward the Yucatan Channel or close to the Yucatan Channel. Again, there's the National Hurricane Center forecast, but there's a decent chance that might have to be adjusted northward in future forecasts. Now, I wanted to show you a couple models. This is the GFDL. And by the way, both the Hurricane Wharf and the GFDL ramped this up into a very significant hurricane. And this will likely become a hurricane at some point in the western Caribbean. Here's the GFDL. Moves this into southwest Florida. Hurricane Wharf, much the same. Now again, they're essentially the only two models that do that, and they do have a right bias, so I wouldn't start boarding up windows in South Florida just yet. But I just say it bears watching. There's a decent chance I think this winds up in some shape, form, or fashion in the Gulf of Mexico by late this weekend or early next week. So we will see. All right, that is it for this Thursday edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.